Hi. Hi. Isang sumrat I was connected from NIJISANJI. My name is Reza, Avanluna. Hello. Hello. Just hanging out. I just finished eating lunch. And, you know, started my day drinking coffee as usual. So good. Wait, that's not the right one. Is it this one? Window projector. There you go. You know, one thing I realized is that a month is not a lot of time. I was like, well, we still have a month to finish everything. Oh, and like, it just dawned on me, like, this morning. I was like, dude, I only have a month to finish everything. So there we have it. And it's kind of nice, I guess. I don't know, dude. I don't know what's going on with my life, dude. It's like, well, what can I say? Nothing. I cannot say anything. In any case, life is nice, I guess. How's your weekend, people, so far? Because my weekend was normal, I guess. My weekend is going normally. Of course, as usual, I work on the weekends. I will be working later tonight, so there you go. Of course. So yeah. Fun times, Freddy's. You working? I know, right? Hi, Aya, by the way. Hello. How's everyone doing? Anyway. Alright, yeah. What should we talk about today? I kinda want to talk a little bit about like Tempest of Dreams, because Tempest of Dreams is like, my brain is on a roll for the past few days. So Tempest of Dreams version 0.01. Let's see if I can show it on stream. Where's studio mode? Studio mode. Just to make sure everything is okay, everything is fine. 50% is good, I guess. Let's see. Where's window capture? We can use Notepad, it's fine. Oh, there we go. Sure. Oh, I'll just do this. Can you guys see it? There you go. The chat. Where's chat? We'll put chat here. For a bit. But yeah. Can you guys read it? I guess I don't think you guys need to read it, but grab lunch already, Jet? Yeah. I don't think you guys need to read it right now. You just need to like to see what's actually going on, but like maybe 200%. But 200%, it's okay. Okay. I can fix this. Let me fix you. There you go. Where's the thing? I'll probably do that. And it's practically the same. You guys don't need to read it immediately. I'll publish it once it's finished, so you guys don't need to read it like right now. But yeah, this is the current progress of like Tempest of Dreams. It's like 13 pages and still counting. I haven't even finished like, I don't know. Like I said, like there's like, you know, like Tempest of Dreams, a short words chronicler TRPG. It's not short at all. I mean, compared to other TRPG, it's actually short. So you know, I was like, whatever. Whatever. But yeah, it's a whole system, isn't it nice? A whole system. Yes, I am cooking, I guess. Not at all short, but yeah. I finished like some of the settings part. It's just 3 pages, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pages of bullshit. You know, it's 5 pages of bullshit like settings, setting like this description for and things, explanation and everything. Rules and mechanics section. You know, like the problem is like, you know, something like sessions or missions or those stuff. It's like it's like, you know, it's obvious what it meant, but like I kind of need to define it so the game can actually stand alone. Just, you know, without like the existence of other TRPGs, so I need to keep like explaining it. I need to, you know, put definition on everything. So there you go. But yeah, it's a D20. It's a D20 system. I don't know why. You know, like I feel like, yeah, you know what? Let's go back to the D20 based system. So it's a D20 system. It's literally just one check. And yeah, you know, challenge rating, it's the usual thing. It's like, you know, I spent like a few hours. I spent like 2 hours like calculating things. It's like I actually have what is it, I scribbled it down on a piece of paper, and I was like, okay, so how do I calculate all of this probability and everything? So like D20, like putting in the numbers, the stats and everything, and then I just come up with this, like, you know, 8 easy to 23 CR being possible and everything. You know, we all know that there's an opposing checks, the critical success, and other stuff, really. And there's like this thing called substitution and everything. This system is not exactly a tactical or combat heavy system, but like I did put like some combat stuff. This is basically like a clashing check. So basically, like, I don't know. I feel like battle or like stuff, battle and combat stuff needs to be like it needs to be like a little bit risky instead of like, you know, anything tactical or anything. So I was like, okay, so clashing or like, you know, fighting each other, we'll always have like this opposing clash checks and everything. So I put like that will be like the attacker against the target. But if the attacker like actually won the clash check, the target will receive damage. and vice versa. If the target actually win, if the target actually win the opposing check, so it's like imagine something. Imagine, I don't know. Imagine Kamigakari, right? Kamigakari, because like it's always like opposing checks, right? It's like for attack and defense, I roll an attack, you roll a defense kind of system, right? Kamigakari is like that. And but like if you succeed on defending, you won't receive damage, and that's it. But I feel like, you know, the battles in this system should be like a little bit more dangerous rather than a little bit more dangerous. It's supposed to be like a little bit more risky. So I was like, sure. Then I roll an attack, you roll a defense. If I win an attack, then you get damage. If you win the defense, I will get damage. Something like that. And yeah. Because combat is not supposed to be the main thing in this game, and there's not much detailed combat stuff other than this and the other ones. I haven't finished writing these two things, but sync check is technically just sanity check. It's like, you know, if you ran off like the thing, if it's 0, then you will be fallen or something like that. Recovery check is like, it's for healing kind of thing, but we'll see again later. This is the actually finished part of the whole thing. The chronicler section, basically you guys are this is how you guys create your character. But yeah. These gameplay characters are called chroniclers. Chroniclers are the ones who visit other worlds, so either record history of them and to do an investigation about particular things, and so on and so forth. You need to like prepare a chronicle sheet. I will probably try to make one using like spreadsheet, so it will be a little bit interactive. Writing backstory, start with name and stuff. You know, you can just write out anything you want. Different settings, different race and other stuff, because like, you know, you're coming from your own home world going to another world, so like, you know, it depends on like the destinations, like stuff, and your actual home world stuff. This is actually just the toughest part of the whole thing, because like you kind of need to work with like your you know game master, the world administrator. So yeah, determine your basic abilities. So we don't use attributes, we don't use the stats and everything, we just use basic abilities. I have there's 5 here: senses, intellect, empathy, combat, and dexterity. So yeah, senses is just, you know, the 5 senses and everything. Intellect is for like, you know, debates or memory, investigation, deduction, and other stuff. You use like your intellect ability. Empathy is both charisma and insight. So both charisma and wisdom in D&D. Like the insight part of wisdom, not the senses part of wisdom. So basically like reading someone's emotion and other stuff, but also doing things, right? Based on that. It's like negotiation or persuasion and other things. Combat is just combat in general, like any kind of combat. It's like it's in combat. I just want to separate it from everything else, because, you know, someone who's athletic doesn't mean they're good at fighting. That's basically what that's basically my argument. It's like, you know, if you're athletics, if you're athletic, it doesn't mean you're good at fighting. So because this is not a combat heavy system, I kind of need to separate it. And then there's dexterity is basically for all the other physical stuff outside of combat, right? But yeah, this is what I kinda this is what I kind of like, kind of, you know, decided to do in this system. So like the minimum value of an ability is -5, and the maximum is +5. Because, you know, truthfully, I don't exactly want to calculate the economy for like point buy system or other stuff. So I was like, you know, it's either it's an integer between -5 to 5, and then you kind of add it to like your rolls later if you're rolling. And like the way I give it to the way you build it is like, you know, everyone have like +3 ability points for to assign to everything. So at start you guys are all at 0, like these abilities are all at 0, and then you got like 3 ability points. For level 1, no, there's no level here. There's like, you know, there's no level 1 characters, no, none of them. It's like, so all 0 at first, right? And then you get like the 3 ability points that you can just put on everywhere. So it's like, sure, then you move senses to +1, intellect to +1, empathy to +1, for example, right? But you want to min-max. So basically, to get more ability point, you decrease an ability. So like you can actually just take like 2 points from combat and put it somewhere else, right? Basically that's what I meant. So like the combat will be -2, and then you can have like 2 ability points on something else. So you can like, it's literally a min-maxing kind of bullshit. And yeah, like there's like a lot of things, side notes and everything. So yeah, skills and flaws, it's the same. If you guys have like, have you guys ever read like Imoclore? Imoclore is also like this, like you don't have like class and everything, you just have like skills. It's the same. So it's basically the same concept. Like you take some skills, you have like 5 skill points that you can get, like, so you can get like a bunch of skills. If you want more skills, then you need to take a flaw. A flaw is like, you know, penalties on things. The skills that you're not good at, is just suck at it. So yeah, that's like skills and flaws and everything. It's the same thing. You may then decide to acquire flaws. Pick a flaw that's available on the list. You then gain a skill point based on the level of such acquired flaw. You may only do this to the maximum of 5 additional skill points. You may then use the additional skill points to acquire more skills. No, the system is not finished yet. I just want to show you guys like the progress so far. Crafting Dreamcatcher and everything, and there we go. This is basically like the part of the system that I've been thinking of since the first time I actually touched a TRPG. The thing that's called endurance point. Because truthfully, HP is kinda weird in a way. It's like, oh yeah, you got wounded on your shoulder, you still fight, and then you heal, and then the wounds heal, and then you got attack again, and the wound heals again, and like you got attack. It's like, as someone who works with wounds and everything on daily basis, I was like, dude, that's like, sounds like an extremely painful thing to have. It's like, you got wounded and like it got healed again, got wounded and healed again within like, you know, a few seconds of your life, like few minutes of your life. It's like, what? So I basically just put into like health points and endurance point. There's no such thing as hit points here. So like, imagine endurance point as being like a shield or something. So like it's your ability to endure like damage and dangers and everything. You got like damage here and there. Once it's 0, you're vulnerable to attacks, and then when that happens and you got attacked, your health point goes down by 1. And if it's like under 3, the max health points for everyone is always 3. If it's under 3, you got like penalties on things because, you know, just to make things fun and dangerous, because it's that kind of system. Isn't it nice? Now I'm having a hiccup. So like putting bandage on the wounds instead of instant health. Not exactly. It's like endurance is like you're not wounded yet. So like every attack, like you probably like shield yourself with like something, or like you got hit somewhere. So you are like you're not wounded yet, but yeah, you're slowly getting vulnerable and prone to wounds and injury. So that's basically the concept of endurance point, because that's what happens in a battle, right? It's like your hit point is not like being reduced every time. Like imagine a boxing match. You know, it's like you're defending yourself and everything. You can still endure all the hits, like until at some point you're extremely vulnerable, you're prone to injuries and everything, and then boom to the face, back down, knockdown, knockout. Bam, 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 bam. But then again, of course, you can just choose to bite someone's ears. Up to you. But yeah, in the end, it's like that. Synchronization point is like Chroniclers are all like Mike Tysons. I know, right? Like they're all Mike Tyson. They're like that. They're quirky like that, like Mike Tyson. You know, I'm unlike other girls. I bite ears. You know? Unlike other girls. I don't know, it's just like what I do. I don't know what to say. I'm still having a hiccup. So yeah. The last one is like a back synchronization point. As the synchronization point is like, I'd say it's the spirit thing. I forgot what it's called. From Kamigakari, but at the same time it's sanity point too. Because like, so basically, like, you know, at some point you can actually use like your dream catcher like for more abilities and everything that you can bring from other world to that world, but that means you're risking yourself being fallen. So yeah, so it's like that. So it's a resource that you can use for like power-ups and everything, but like if it runs out, it's like boom. And then, you know, the enemies can also probably do an attack to a synchronization point. But yeah. So yeah, there's that. Practically. Dun dun dun. And yeah, I need some drinks. There we go. So that's what I've written so far. I kind of need to write the Dreamcatcher part later. The Dreamcatcher part is supposed to be the Dreamcatcher part of the section should cover like, you know, the how it typically is, like how it typically looks like, or how it's typically being made, and the basic abilities you can get from the Dreamcatchers, and special abilities you may have, if you know, some special abilities you can get, like of course with added penalties, but we'll see about that. And other than that, it will also cover like the topic of the announcement, because like after the announcement you will get like more abilities from your Dreamcatcher, but we will see about it. Other than that, so that's the Dreamcatcher part. So that's the last part from like the player section that I need to finish. But also this special checks is the one that I need, the section that I need to finish from this section. Afterwards, I will be able to start working on the world's administrator section, but I'm not sure if I'm just going to like, you know, you run whatever you want. I don't care. But yeah. But yeah, it's supposed to be like one-shot stuff, because like, you know, it's not supposed to be a campaign, like a system suitable for a campaign, because like it's just, it will just cover like the basics of things. It won't cover like any kind of like details, or like there won't be a lot of like character progression or anything. But we will see. Actually, we will see. Also, I need to start making like the skill list. That will be a spreadsheet. That's a lot of things to do. Maybe I should just scrap this project in the middle, like usual. Maybe, but yeah, we'll see. Nah, I need to finish it. I will finish it and force Raigalile to run a game with it once I graduate it. Once I'm graduated, I will force Raigalile from my grave to run it. Maybe, I don't know. It's like, hey, Rai, I'm Stephen. Wait, what's his name again? Man Jensen. I forgot like Man Jensen's name. I forgot his name. What's his name again? Weber Man Jensen, something Weber Man Jensen. Really, I forgot his name. What the hell? Something. Is it something? Smitty? Is it Smitty? Is it not Steven? Smitty Weber Man Jensen. There you go. Smitty Weber Jagger. Well, there you go. Smitty Weber Jagger Man Jensen. Is it Stephen who? I don't know. Steven Universe. Smitty Weber Jagger Man Jensen is a character who appeared. There you go. Smitty Weber Jagger Man Jensen. Is Smitty Weber Man Jensen? If you don't know, Smitty Weber Man is Weber Jagger Man Jensen is a character from a true story referred by creator. Smitty was the what? So Werben Jagger Man Jensen is what? It's a real thing? Medieval Dragon mentions is real. Is real? Damn. Anyway. Percival de Rolo. Yeah, Percival de Rolo exists. I forgot his name. Wait, Percival Frederick Stein von Musil-Klosowski de Rolo the Third. There we go, that's Percy. Ding. The third. I'm sorry about that. The third. The third. You're a third. He's not a third. Anyway. So yeah, that's what's been happening lately in Reza Avanluna's head and stuff. But yeah, how's everyone's Saturday so far? I hope everyone is doing well. I have my guitar here. Hey. Wait a minute, let me. Flashback sa minoko. Kurikai sa flashback sa minoko e niranto kaeranu kimi. Why do I feel like I can't just Shubak sa minoko e niranto kaeranu. Flashback sa minoko e niranto kaeranu kimi. Tawan jigirataku osoro inoki oruda fa suga keshisata shiroi hada no shoujo ni. Musiknya like jadi ini, jadi let's get started. Dude. What are you guys watching these days? Recently I rewatched The Lord of the Rings. The first one, Fellowship of the Rings. Fellowship of the Ring. There's only one ring, I guess. The one ring to rule them all. No, I meant. Yeah, there's only one ring. One Piece, Netflix. Dude, like really. I mean, I appreciate their effort, but I'm just that kind of guy who can't, enjoy live action movies. I can't enjoy like live action anime adaptation at all. Like, yeah, except Rurouni Kenshin. I guess Rurouni Kenshin is the only live action adaptation that I like. And probably the old Death Note. Maybe the old Death Note, but that's it. I don't know. Alice in Borderland is technically, well, Alice in Borderland is a live action adaptation of a manga, but like technically it's like technically it doesn't matter, just Because like when I say like an anime adaptation, an anime like live action adaptation, I didn't mean like the romance stuff, because like the romance stuff is like it's technically just a romance movie, right? Like it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where you get like the like the thing. Like it's it's pretty much like a drama, right? Detroit Metal City is was a good one, yeah. What I meant was like the more anime kind of stuff, like One Piece, of course, obviously. Death Note is like anime, kinda, even though you know. But yeah, what I don't like about like the One Piece side, like those that side of live action adaptation is just how the character looks. Because okay, this will be a pet peeve, but also a hot take. This is my pet peeve and at the same time hot take, and F is like, you know, I know you guys will really be mad at me after like, you know, hearing me saying it, but you get to believe me. Live action anime adaptation mostly just look like really cheap cosplay. I just don't get it. I just can't see them. Like, have you seen Mihawk's like mustache in the live action? I was like, just make it like a natural mustache, dude. Just make it like a natural mustache. Like, like, why do you need to make it like it's as if you drew it with a Sharpie? Have you? Oh my god! Like, look at Mihawk live action. Say, look at that mustache. Just like. Like, okay, here's the thing. Look at Mihawk's mustache and compare it to the Princess Diary. Not the Princess Diary. Not the Princess Diary. Well, what's it called again? The Princess Diary is a totally different one. That dude. The Princess Bride. You know, my name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father, prepare to die. Right? Like, look at his mustache, right? Like, that's supposed to be Mihawk's mustache. Like, why couldn't you just make Mihawk's mustache like that? Like, that looks natural, unlike Mihawk. Like, why? Right? Like, why do you have to make Mihawk's like mustache like that? Like, seriously. Or like, find, that, Leonardo DiCaprio, I forgot that movie. It's that movie. Tarantino's movie. I forgot what it's called. Nope. I forgot what it's called. I forgot what the movie is called. You know what? I forgot. Anyway. That exists. Also. What's his name again? Also, Shanks exists. Like, I was like, that's like a bad wig. Why is Shang's wig so bad? Shang's wig looks really bad. I don't know what happened there, but it does. Okay? I don't know what happened. And yeah, it's like it just looked like a really, it's just I don't know. It looks like a mid-level cosplay, which, you know, I get. It's like mid-level cosplay is, you know, it's like I'm not trashing on mid-level cosplay, right? If you're like if you're someone who has like, you know, just intermediate level skill, or like if you have like just the intermediate like amount, like just medium amount of like budget for a cosplay, it makes sense to have like mid-level cosplay. But this is like $100 million production. This is like 130 something million dollars production, and that's the best that they could come up with. Look at Nojiko. I have nothing. I love the casting for Nojiko. I have nothing against it, but it's seriously costume department. Seriously, costume department, like adjust the design a little bit. Like that blue hair doesn't make any sense in live action setting. That blue of a hair doesn't make any sense in live action. Adjust the blue a little bit. Fucking hell. And also the way you style the wig, like I have a lot of cosplayers friends who could like style the wig like so much better. In so much better way than that. Like why? It's like why? Why does it always look like a really cheap cosplay? Right? And like, you know, and Luffy, well, of course there's no way. Of course, there's no way we can, like... There's no complaint on Luffy, because why? Because Luffy looked like a basic bitch. Come on. Luffy is just a basic bitch, like, he's a tan-skinned dude, who has, like, fluffy hair. I'm talking about the anime Luffy, of course. You know, just the general design of Luffy in manga, anime, and live action. It's just a basic bitch. So, like it's like a tan-skinned dude, a little bit, you know, skinny. Like a skinny... tan-skinned dude with like black fluffy hair. Like a lot of people look like that. That's not cosplay. That's just a person. I just arrived and I'm assuming you're not a fan of the live action. I'm not saying that I'm not a fan of like One Piece live action. I'm saying that I'm not a fan of any live action, really. Have you seen Attack on Titan live action? That's like, why? You won't ask people like, why, right? Attack on Titan, like, here's the thing. Attack on Titan characters in the manga and the anime are like the most natural looking bitches ever, right? Like, this is just a dude with like simply like blonde hair. This is a dude. This lady's a brunette with the glasses and everything. Even then, they still made it look like a mid-level cosplay. I don't even know how. I don't get it, dude. I don't get it. Oh god. Oh, what do you mean in the manga they look hideous and inhuman? Like the Titans, you meant? Or people? Like they just look like natural looking. It's like you know, most people in Attack on Titan don't have blue hair. All I'm saying is that I like the cast, right? I have nothing against it. The writing, probably. I don't exactly, you know, like there's a reason. There's a reason why. There's a reason why things should probably remain in their original language. I'm that kind of person, right? It's like, you know, there's a reason why things should stay in their original language as intended by the writer of because, you know, right? For me, it's just either the Death Note Western live action or Full Metal Alchemist live action as the worst live action adaptation that I watched. Nah, it's still Dragon Ball Evolution, dude. It's still Dragon Ball Evolution. God. When people say, like, you know, wasn't Oda Sensei the executive producer or anything? Yeah, but like, sure, yeah, Oda Sensei also worked on that. Thank you for the donation, El Bagi. But that doesn't mean he didn't need to compromise on a lot of things, you know? It doesn't mean like it's all his vision. No, that's not how filmmaking works. That's not how Hollywood works. Dragon Ball Evolution is just that bad, right? The only things that can the only genre of manga and anime that can be adapted to live action is slice of life and just romance drama. That's it, you know. Even slice of life, even, you know, like, you know why the live action for Gintama works so well, even though they still look like mid-level cosplay? Because mid-level cosplay is part of the joke. It's literally parodying everything. So mid-level cosplay kind of works with that genre, right? Kind of works with Gintama because, like, you know, it's already part of the joke. Hey, we look ridiculous, and that is part of the joke. That's a totally different thing. Right? Live action, but live action shoujo romance manga are just, well, sometimes they just borrow the name. It's like, it's almost insulting sometimes that they just borrow the name. Hey, this like the plot doesn't. The plot, it's not even adapted from the same story from the story. They just, hey, we're just going to use this name, but we're making like a completely new story. I was like, why are you using the same title then? It's so stupid sometimes. That's what happens in shoujo live action. Either that or Kuroshitsuji. let's not think about too much about, you know, let's not think too much about Mizushima Hiro being Sebastian. It's like, No, let's not talk about Karate Kid, but it's Kung Fu. It's like, it's called Karate Kid, but it's Jackie Chan. Why don't you just call it Kung Fu Boy? Or something. Shoujo live action, yeah, it's literally like just, you know, the usual J drama. It's fine. I don't know. I think One Piece live action should just be a movie with the same budget. so they can be like done. They so. But then again, if it's a movie, it won't exactly work. is too short. But with that budget, it's like, I don't know. I feel like the with probably the amount of time the VFX artists get and the amount of money they are being paid. So I'm not exactly criticizing the VFX artists in any way, because like they need to work within the constraint of the budget at the time that they were given. But they kinda look, you get what I meant, right? So like, for a Hollywood production, they kinda look tokusatsu-ish. They kinda look like tokusatsu level of VFX. And let me tell you one thing about tokusatsu level VFX. They're mid. Just Reza for not trashing on like pop culture as usual. But you get what I meant. Even tokusatsu. I think tokusatsu people don't even have like that much budget for VFX, so that's not their fault. But One Piece has like $130-something million budget. God. And I don't know, a lot of things they are just it doesn't work in the end, right? Because like I don't know, like in the end, the manga itself, the design in the manga itself is so stylized. There's a style that just can't be adapted into a live action kind of thing that Oda Sensei did in the what is it in the manga, right? It's like something's wrong with Usopp not having like that long of a nose. But if in live action Usopp actually have that long nose, it will also look extremely ridiculous. So like it doesn't work in the live action. Like you can't exactly adapt it to live action, right? Like perfect example for that is Arlong, right? Nobody is as huge, like nobody has like that huge of a build in real life, because because it doesn't make any sense, right? It like the people who have like that kind of build is probably not are probably not actors, or actors who are just too expensive. So like the live action people were like, One Piece needs to find other actors for Arlong, and we get our Arlong now in the live action. So and then that also kind of like so now looking at everything, I'm kind of concerned about Chopper, Brooke, and Frankie, right? Because Frankie is not just a dude; it's different. He's not just how do you create Frankie in real life, in live action? How? It's just he's not a normal dude like Zoro. No, Zoro, you can just be like a dude. Sanji can just be a dude. The part of CGI, yeah, that's why I'm concerned about it, because like, how is it like how big of a budget do they need, and how big of a budget do they have, right? If they don't have like the correct amount of budget for a really good effect on CGI, you know, talking reindeer. And is a CGI dude who have like huge arms and a CGI skeleton guy that looks, if they don't have like big budget for those, I don't think they will be able to do like a good enough VFX for good enough CGI for, you know, for a believable character. They will just look like cartoons, and that's what concerns me. God. Buggy? Nah, yeah, that's also another problem. I don't like the design for Buggy in the live action. Again, good actor. To play a believable Buggy. But the design is like, I don't know how to describe the design. It's like he looks like Pennyworth. Not Pennyworth, Pennywise I meant. Who's Pennyworth? Pennywise. Pennyworth is something else. I meant Pennywise. Pennyworth is Alfred. Yeah, Pennyworth is Alfred. Alfred Pennyworth. No, I meant Pennywise. He's not a complete Joker. Yeah. At least it's not, you know. At least he's not trying to be Joker. He's actually trying to be Buggy. I guess I just watch like some parts of like the live action. I don't watch everything. I guess, you know, I'm not trashing on anyone. I'm just trashing on. I guess I'm trashing on like because like the design. Okay, let's go back to the design again. The design is like, I'm not saying that they suck. There's like I'm not saying that, you know, the designers are like incompetent or anything. All I'm saying is that those decisions are bad. Those are just bad decisions. They did a great job like doing the, like, you know, they it's just weird design choices. They look fine, but it's just really weird design choices that definitely, you know, they did their best to adapt like the manga or anime like design to live action. All I'm saying is just it doesn't work. It can't work. It won't work. It's live is like, and weebs, stop asking for live action, dude. Like, y'all weebs need to understand that it's impossible to adapt the manga and anime into live action. It's like, yeah, like you guys need to understand that there's a lot of that sometimes you just need to accept that it works in that medium, right? It's like Nier Automata. Nier Automata doesn't exactly work. The Nier Automata story doesn't exactly work as an anime. Let me tell you that. That's why the anime has like a totally different story than like it doesn't have like a totally different story, but like it has like a lot of different elements compared to the anime. It's literally not the game story. It's something else, right? In Nier Automata anime, because Nier Automata is like story about like humanity and everything needs like the conscious choices from the players to actually work in the video game, right? So it doesn't work if you take it outside of that medium. And a lot of stories are like that, right? For example, Ahsoka, like this from Star Wars. Yeah, the live action one looks okay, right? It's decent. It's fine. Who doesn't like the? Who's the actor again? I like the actor actually. For Ahsoka, who Rosario Dawson is like is a really good actress. She's just a really good actress. I like what she does and like other stuff, and like, you know, her acting is good. It makes sense, but let's face it, Ahsoka's battle style, fighting style, and like her story is like, it works better in animated form, right? It's like you can actually just take that budget, that big of a budget, and put in like into making an animated series, and you know, it will be like a better Ahsoka representation. It's like, yeah. It doesn't work. How many YouTube anime and live action video that you need to convince y'all that live action doesn't work? Live action adaptation doesn't work, people. Lord. But yeah. So weebs, stop asking for those stuff. But then again, weebs be like, dude, we didn't ask for this, dude. They just exist, like, you know. I only need the announcement for the live action live action The Last Airbender. I just need that announcement to immediately start to like, yeah, I'm not gonna watch that. Like the thing, like, nah, I'm not gonna watch that. You know, it won't be my cup of tea. You know, I'm not gonna hate on it. I'm just going to say I'm just not going to watch it. It's like, you know, I don't want. I don't want to watch it. And nobody asked for any of these adaptations. Like nobody asked for, I don't know, Uncharted. Here's the thing, the live action adaptation of novels makes sense in a way, right? It can still work because like this is the first time everything is visualized, right? That makes sense still, right? That's why The Witcher kind of worked, because it's not the live action adaptation of the game. It's actually the adaptation of the novels, which is good, right? It's well, there you go. That's fine. That works for a while until Henry Cavill actually rage quit. Oh Lord. I don't know anymore, dude. I just don't know. Henry Cavill quit to become a forever influencer. Yeah. Okay, the community needs one. Okay. Cavill expected the game version, but the team expected novel version. Not exactly. Even the people who read the novels are enraged by the story that shows up in the live action adapted the novel at first, and then they just start to go off the rails. That's what happens. It's like nobody cares about the novel anymore at some point. It's like, it's like offering a child candy, and like you gave them candy and slowly change it to a broccoli or a carrot. It's like, yeah, I know you think that it's better for us, but we kind of want the candy, Mom. We don't need the carrot right now. I expected to eat some candy, not vegetables. But yeah, that's what happens. For some reason, The Witcher is weird. The Witcher is weird, and also other things. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened to Hollywood at some point. They just at some point they decided to make Riverdale. I was like, that's stupid. NIJISANJI live action went. No, that's just doxing. What happened to the 4-hour show, I don't know. It's happening. Not yet, but yeah, it's happening. It's under process, I think. Oh, God. Riverdale is so bad, it's good for many people. Yeah. My one concern about One Piece live action series, I'm concerned about the actors aging. Like, okay, sure. Let's think about it for a little bit. Imagine it going so well, it reached like, I don't know, 10, 11 seasons. So it actually goes like till like past time skip. Like we will probably find like that student powered one PO student powered like Luffy. Imagine that, and my biggest concern on that is like the actors aging. It's like they don't age in the anime and the manga, so they still look like that. But like these people, they age, like they're humans. It's not like they're anime characters. We can't expect them to not age. Yeah, actor aging worse than something like The Walking Dead. Exactly. Because like it's part of like the drama and everything in The Walking Dead. Walking Dead. Not dad. Well, dad. So like most dads walk. The Walking Dead. It makes sense. It also makes sense in Stranger Things. Like Stranger Things story is literally like written around them aging. Harry Potter is also written around like the actors aging. While MCU has that weakness. Yeah. Like look at MCU. It's like okay. So we're talking about like Young Avengers, for example, right? Young Avengers. So we're talking about Hawkeye's like protege. Who's her name? I forgot. The one of my so Hawkeye. Who's her name again? Kate Bishop in Hawkeye live action. It happens like 2021, right? And we also have like Tom Holland as the Spider-Man. The moment the crossover movie is done, there will be like, they're no longer going, they're no longer the young Avengers. They'll no longer be young Avengers. They'll just be like, you know, normal looking adults. Just like, yeah, well, there you go. Oh god. Hiccups. It'll be like young and some old people Avengers. Ah, god. Like I just don't like I don't know. One thing I realized about the one thing that I hate now is like about the state of like things, especially with cinematic universe and everything. I feel like at some point the director or the writers don't exactly have like, you know, full ownership. It's like, I don't know, like my whole thing until now is just about like full ownership of like the things that I write and everything. It's like we have a lot of plans and all. So like this is me as a DM thinking about like, imagine being imagine being James Gunn, right? Imagine being James Gunn and you created like 2 Guardians of the Galaxy movies, right? Guardians 1, the Guardians 2, and like developing this really good relationship between 2 characters, Gamora and Star-Lord, for like 2 movies, right? Knowing that probably there will be like a huge payoff for it on the 3rd one, right? And then some people borrowed your characters and killed her off. Like, what the hell? It's like, seriously? Seriously? Just like imagine running like a West March like style campaign, right? And like you have like these characters on your part of like the West March and everything, and like your friend was like, hey Reza, can I borrow Gamora for a little bit from you? No, actually, can I borrow like all the Guardians that you created on your side? Yeah, we kinda like wanna use it for like our campaign called like the End Game. I was like, oh yeah, that sounds cool. Yeah, why not? Just like, you know, just take care of them. And like, well, and like a few weeks later, yeah, right. Gamora died. Meanwhile, like the plans in your head like involve Gamora and Star-Lord, and you're going to be like, what the fuck? What did you do? Oh my god. I like the idea of collaborative storytelling, but yeah, but in the end, it's like, you know, then at this point, Guardians of the Galaxy can't work as a trilogy anymore, right? Because like suddenly there's a huge gap between Guardians of the Galaxy 2 and 3. It's like, you know, those movies you have like that thing happening in the middle of their like trilogy and everything. Kind of won't be able to, kind of doesn't, it doesn't work as a trilogy anymore. They don't work as trilogies anymore. It's like, imagine watching like Spider-Man trilogy. Hey, it's Spider-Man trilogy movie night for like the Tom Holland's Spider-Man trilogy movie night, right? Let's just watch it, right? And then the second movie came up. You started the second movie and I was like, oh, that uncle, that dude who gave him like the suits died? Where? Yeah, he kind of died in another movie. So that movie is part of a trilogy? No, it's not exactly part of a trilogy. It's part of another trilogy. so at at this point doesn't work anymore as like independent franchise that has a shared universe. It now just works as a TV series, and that doesn't. So now it's just impossible to consume, right? You just kind of like, because back then, when I say back then, I meant, you know, before the second Avenger? Before the second Avenger. No, before the first Avenger. Not Captain America the First Avenger. I mean the first Avenger movie. You can just watch all those movies of like they're like standalone movies, and then they just show up as something in the middle. Right? It's like just like, oh, they met each other in Avengers, and that's fine. Right? And it also works like that until like Captain America 2 or something, like the Winter Soldier. It makes sense until that time. It makes sense until the Age of Ultron. It still makes sense there. But after Age of Ultron, everything just it just became like a TV series kind of bullshit. It's like MCU the TV series. But now you're just wary about things. It's like, oh, I don't exactly want to watch the Black Panther 2, but then at some point, you know, there's like some important things being you know, in the future movies that you actually watch, there's some, you know, important plot points that are actually being explained in another movie that you know, the writers of that particular movie just assume they just watch like the other movie. It's like, none of the movies work as just, you know, as standalone movies anymore. They're an episode. Now, technically, they're just an episode of a series. It's exhausting at this point because like the episodes are just, there's like hundreds of episodes at this point, you know. It's like back then it's just references, but right now it's like part of like the main thing usually. It's like that's why I like Moon Knight, because Moon Knight doesn't rely on any other title. Right? Moon Knight is good because it doesn't rely on any other titles. Loki is kind of good because it also happened like Loki's like references to other movies is just that's like just some part of it in the beginning where Loki just realized that, oh fuck, I'm weak as hell and other stuff and right. But like the rest of Loki doesn't rely on any other titles, but the problem now lies in the fact that movies are now relying on the TV series, right? Like look at Multiverse of Madness, for example. Multiverse of Madness. It doesn't make any sense because like if we're just watching the movies, right? The last time you saw Scarlet Witch was when she was in grief at the end of the Endgame, right? She talked to, I forgot who she talked to. Hawkeye? Did she talk to Hawkeye there? I forgot. But like she was in grief. Like she's thinking about you know, she is this hero who lost a loved one and at the end of the Endgame, right? And then her whole character development happened in WandaVision, and then Multiverse of Madness happened. If you didn't watch WandaVision, it's a whole whiplash. It's like, what? Wanda is a villain now? Wanda is a villain? What the hell? What did she do? Like she's one of the sweetest characters for the past like few Avengers movies. She loves her partner. She almost sacrificed him for the world, right? Like she's just one of like the good guys. right? Like she lost her brother and everything, and like suddenly multiverse of madness happened, and like what? She's a villain now? She wants to kill a child who's lost. It's so freaking weird because like here's the thing. America Chavez and Wanda kinda have the similar like character arc, right? Both of them are orphans who lost their family. One because of war, the other one because of her power, and so on and so forth. And now they're just alone looking for a family of their own, right? And that has been true for Wanda for the past for all the Avengers movie that she showed up in, right? The Age of Ultron, the Infinity War, and Endgame. Like she had been like that for those 3 movies, and she's been really great. You know what? Add Civil War into that. I don't care. Right? Who cares about Civil War? Because like we're just talking about the Avengers movies, right? And she's like that. She's like someone who lost her parents and then lost her brother and decided to like to fight and lost her partner. She lost everyone, and the next thing she does in the movie is kill someone who lost everyone. Like that doesn't make any sense, Wanda. No, writers. And to make it make sense, we need to watch WandaVision? Really? All I'm saying is that doesn't work as movies. I don't know. I kind of don't like MCUs at this point. Quantumania is not that great either. Quantumania is not that good either. But oh my god, it's like oh god, like let's talk about Ant-Man, right? We have Scott Lang, a goofy dude, played by Paul freaking Rudd, right? Let me laugh a little bit. So we have Scott Lang, a goofy dude, played by Paul freaking Rudd, right? And who's his name again? The other Ant-Man. I forgot the other Ant-Man. Hank Pym, another goofy dude, played by Michael Douglas. Right? We have all these people who actually do great at comedy and put them into like one of the most important plot point in that phase. Fighting Kang. Kang the Conqueror. Why? Why can't you just make another goofy heist movie? And decided to put Scott Lang against Kang, the freaking Conqueror. I didn't get it. Ant-Man 3 doesn't make any sense. It's like, hey, yeah, I killed off like the Avengers, yeah, but like I will lose in a fist fight against Ant-Man. You have all the technology in the world. Yo, you have all the technology in the multiverse, Kang. Multiverse. And you lost a freaking fist fight. to Ant-Man. If you lose the fist fights against like John Wick or something, that makes sense. That makes perfect sense. Like, like fighting John Wick. John Wick can fly like Thanos and still win. That still makes sense. It's John Wick. It's Ant-Man. It's impossible to not complain about the current state of MCU. Yeah, I know. It's such a pile of bullshit, right? Like quality wise, they're not that bad. They're decent at best, but like it felt like they're just bullshitting the writing. It's like, it's like they didn't even try anymore to write like something as good as like the first Iron Man, or like as good as like the Captain America. It's like Black Widow has so much potential, right? Black Widow had so much potential to be like a Winter Soldier kind of thing, or like yeah, like Captain America: The Winter Soldier is like one of the best, and Black Widow had so much potential to be just like that, and like it will be so much cooler because like Black Widow is like it's a spy. She can like handle a lot of like conspiracies and everything, and like she can uncover everything. But instead, it's yeah, right? The Black Widow movie. Damn, it's like why? Such potential. Like one of my favorite character in MCU is Black Widow. She has like the best like character development in the whole thing, right? She started as like a spy who doesn't care about anything, and she who just cares about her job and do stuff until like and at the end of like the Avengers franchise, she actually became like this leader figure, right? A motherly leader figure who's like a really like a really good representation of like a really powerful woman. Not gonna lie, I still think at this point like Black Widow is like a better representation compared to like Miss Marvel or something. No, not Miss Marvel, Captain Marvel I meant. Miss Marvel is a good representation for like teenagers. Captain Marvel's I meant, but yeah, and yeah, it's like right, it's like one of my pet peeves about the MCU is they want you to treat it like an epic serious movie, but then keep putting funny bits. I know. That's what I also don't like about well, not gonna lie, I like Thor: Love and Thunder. My favorite Thor movie is still Ragnarok, but like Love and Thunder is also good. I like the overall story of it, right? But like the reason why I just really like about that movie is like because I forgot, it's like because I decided to erase like a major chunk of the movie that is just jokes, right? The jokes about like it's like all the jokes are just gone in my head, and I just focus on like the main story about like Thor and Gore doing their things. Like Thor is trying to like to find love again, right? He's trying to get back together with his ex-partner, right? Jane Foster, while Gore is on this huge quest of killing gods to finally find eternity and bring back his own child. And like it's a really good story about things, and I know Taika Waititi is like fully capable of like bringing like really heartfelt story and take it like seriously and put like proper comedy in it, like proper amount of comedy without like destroying the whole like movie. It's like the if you guys watch like well I forgot like what's it called again, was it Jojo Rabbit? Yeah, he made this movie. It's like he directed this movie called Jojo Rabbit, it's a really good comedy drama movie, and like it's just a perfect amount of like comedy and drama, and like I really like the twist and everything, like what it means and everything. It's like it's a good movie. Yeah, so we all know like how capable it is of doing that, and all the comedy makes sense in Ragnarok, right? There's like the comedy of like you know, like at some point I like when comedy is not forced into dialogue, right? For example, like the really good example of comedy not being forced into dialogue was Thor and Loki talking about like, hey, you want to do get help, right? It doesn't. It's like that line, that whole sequence was really great. Not just because it served as just comedic lines. You know, they're not only making jokes. There's actually like that. It's actually a process where like Thor and Loki, like, you know, mending their relationship in a way, and like knowing like, you know, maybe the relationship it's not like in the past, but now we can get past that. So like we're a different kind of like brothers now, but like, you know, but in the end, you want to get help, right? It's like it's just that. It's like it's just at some point like an affirmation. It's like an affirmation where like, hey, we can still also like sometimes become that kind of brother, or like back then kind of thing. It's like it worked as a character. We learn about the relationship that way, even though it's like a really comedic line. It's like a really funny line and a funny sequence, which is good, right? It's like it's different than just people making jokes, like when Thor made like this point of like sacrificing himself to that you know, he was trying to make a point to that he was the one who need to sacrifice himself to use the Infinity Stones in the end game. And like I forgot how the line went. It's like how it went. It's like I believe Thor was like trying to make a point, like, and then suddenly Rhodey made a joke in the middle, just cutting off that line, and like there's like that joke break for like a few seconds, and then it went back to Thor trying to convince people again. It's like it didn't do anything. It didn't show anything, right? Rhodey just came out of like a prick at that time. It was like it doesn't add anything to Rhodes' character. It didn't add anything to like Thor's character. It was like it's just a joke in the middle of like something so important. That's what I don't like about the Thor movie. No, the Thor movie. Yeah, that's what I didn't like about Thor: Love and Thunder, because like it's just full of that. It's just full of jokes and everything. And at some point Jane Foster's like coping mechanism of like making jokes of things, you know, like what's my you know, catchphrase, and like what's this, what's that, like at some point it no longer became like the way like coping mechanism. It just became like, you know, she just became like comic relief. And at some point, everyone became comic relief. It's so weird. I just don't like. I just don't like it. I just don't like those kind of stuff, because like, you know, it's. I feel like that's not Taika Waititi anymore. It's like it's like Taika Waititi like being forced, like, hey, you know, Taika, add more jokes. Yeah, that's why I don't exactly like MCU now. I will be waiting for like the new Moon Knight. If there will be one, I will be waiting the next season for the next season of Moon Knight, if there will be one. But yeah. Goat Scream. Goat Scream! The Goat Scream is good though. It was like... it didn't happen that much. It didn't happen too much, too many times, but it just, yeah. But within a movie, they're just riddled with jokes. It doesn't make any sense. That's why I'm not exactly that. I'm not exactly as excited anymore compared to like me from like a few years ago. You know, about the MCU and stuff. It's like, well, the last movie I watched was Lord of the Rings. Like I watched it like a few days ago. I think it was last week. But the last movie I watched on theater was Oppenheimer, and Oppenheimer is like. Oppenheimer was so good, not gonna lie. Oh god, I watched Oppenheimer the same day as Barbie. So that day I watched Barbie and Oppenheimer at the same time. Not exactly at the same time. I watched Oppenheimer after I watched Barbie on the same day. I did Barbenheimer, yes. I didn't do Open Barbie, I did Barbenheimer. You know, I had watched every MCU movie up to Endgame, so it kind of sucked that the higher ups didn't just end it ended it at Endgame. Yeah, you know, I'm someone who doesn't want it to end. I'm someone who didn't want to it to end in you know, after Endgame, you know. But like it's just such a waste that they just for you know, they just put quality to the side at some point, because like Phase 4 is a drastic change in the quantity of content, basically. I really don't want to talk about this, but you know, in the end it's about like art and content, right? Like at some point it's no longer art, it's just content. And at some point people just look at things as content and not art. It's like it's the easiest to describe is like it's that point in time when PewDiePie decided to upload a video every day. You get what I meant? Yes, we get more PewDiePie, but like each episode is no longer as exciting as the episodes before that era. Like it's basically like that. It's like, you know, when suddenly they decided just to put up like a video every day. It's such a waste. I mean, like, you know, if you put that much like resources into like, you know, instead of like putting like it, because like that needs like, you know, huge amount of resources to do. But like if you just decided to use like that amount of resources just to like less things, but like better stuff. Or actually just split the team, probably like to do one different stuff instead and everything. It will probably be they will probably make better better like art, better quality like series or like movies or anything. It's the same as like but we're back to the point where like, do we ask comic book writer to write another Spider-Man, or do we tell them to make a new character, right? It's like in the end it's about money. because that's unfortunately that's what matters for these companies. That's just how it is. It's like, you know. So yeah, now we're at that stage, I guess, with MCU and Star Wars and everything. It's just and don't get me started on Star Wars. Coincidentally all owned by Disney. Right, yeah. Capitalism. Capitalism is the supervillain of comic book, I guess. Of comic book movies. It's like, we're fighting capitalism. Lord. You know what I don't like about She-Hulk? Let's start. It's like, Eja, are we going there? You know what I don't like about She-Hulk? Kevin. I don't like Kevin. It's like, okay, there's the difference between breaking the fourth wall and creating a god. Right? It's like, it's the difference. Like, so She-Hulk breaks fourth wall. It's that's always the case, right? But the whole horror thing is still needs to be like part of like part of the of her power, or like things that can actually happen in the universe and everything. And then we reach Kevin. Kevin. So if you guys don't know Kevin from She-Hulk, Kevin is basically like the AI that creates like things. Hi, is it alright? Thank you for the super chat, Midnight Memos. Hi, is it alright to do cover of your song for graduation project? Also, it is hard to let go of your your Oshis. Yeah, of course you can. Why not? So Kevin and She-Hulk. Kevin is an artificial intelligence at the that showed up at the end of She-Hulk, and it for some reason can control reality. Because, you know, because technically, because it's Kevin. It's Kevin, you know, like literally Kevin Feige. It's a parody of like the executive producer. It's like Kevin Feige. It's like the one. That's the stupidest thing someone will make ever, okay? Having the boss, the writer, the writer, the producer, or anyone as part of like the comic universe is not something new. We have like the one above all, right? So, the one above all in Marvel is basically the god. At some point, one above all like look like Jack Kirby, I think. But at some point he looked like they look like something else. But like that's supposed to like to that entity, the one above that character, is supposed to represent the highest like creative like being, right? Like the author, Jack Kirby. But that's it. But like, and then but She-Hulk did something worse than just having like that as that like one above all as character like or anything. It's just she negotiated with Kevin. So now within the canon of Marvel Cinematic Universe, the god, the one that can alter any kind of reality, right? The one that has more power than Celestials, can actually be negotiated with. And now that's the canon that we need to go with, right? It's like, why? Why, writers? Like, why can't you just make like her fourth wall breaking thing as a quirk? Why do you have to make her fourth wall breaking thing a superpower? Right? It's like it's why do you have to make it canon? It's oh god. Do you mean Deadpool? Yeah, Deadpool's fourth wall breaking is just Deadpool being Deadpool. That's the beauty of like fourth wall breaking and those kind of stuff. It's just that Deadpool being Deadpool. It's like when, well, She-Hulk also always breaks for the fourth wall, even in the comics, I believe, and that's just She-Hulk being She-Hulk, right? It's not part of like, it's never the main thing of a story. It's never like, you know, it's never about like She-Hulk going out of the comic book panel, talk to a freaking AI and change the story that way. And like, what the hell is that conflict resolution at the end? Like, you just go, because like, do you guys know the conflict resolution of like the finale of like that's the conflict resolution of She-Hulk's story. She got out of her movie and got out of the series and talked to Kevin. Right? Like, there's no in-character or in-universe, like, resolution. You just walk out, talk to Kevin, hey, this is supposed to be the resolution, and that's it. It's like, why can't you just make a proper resolution? Ah! It's bullshit. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. Like, I like She-Hulk. I like She-Hulk as a character. She's fun, right? She's gorgeous at some point. Like, she's just fun. I just need them to write her a better story than that. Oh god. Basically, I want to talk to your manager. Yeah, like the whole series ended with her being a Karen. That's the resolution of her character arc, you know, all of those episodes of her facing problems and everything. And the resolution is not her developing her character, but it's her talking to God. And have her prayers be answered by the God. How? That's literally the... I know at some point everyone will actually counter my argument. It's like, but Reza, it's like, it's you know, it's women representative and empowerment. How is that women empowerment, dude? you should take it as an insult either. Even like that is an insult technically. It's like imagine like that character has been like working so hard on like her own problem for like episodes, and like the resolution is not her action, but the resolution is like a god doing their thing. It's like that's an insult. That's stupid. That's the stupidest thing ever. Like She-Hulk is the stupidest. She-Hulk's ending is Kevin is the stupidest thing ever. Oh god. It's I don't know. I didn't know where it went wrong. Okay. Where did all of this go wrong? What happened, MCU? It's like the fuck? You guys just don't care anymore or something about like quality? I hate this. I just hate this. What Billy Bat by? What's Billy Bat by? Billy Bat. Naoki Urasawa and Takashi Nagasaki. Ooh. Oh, a manga called Billy Bat by Naoki Urasawa and Takashi Nagasaki. Yeah, it's I don't know. It's like it's. I just hate it, like, because like sometimes the series can be like can be really good. I mean, like Miss Marvel has their own like Miss Marvel has its own target audience, and it kind of worked, right? With that target audience, I guess I was like, yeah, sure. Shang-Chi has its own like target audience, and it kind of worked there too. Moon Knight is just really good, you know. And if we're talking about Star Wars, Andor is really good. But like all the others, just pulling them back, pulling them down. Obi-Wan is not even about Obi-Wan. Miss Marvel is so hell no. Yeah, you're not the target audience. I don't like Miss Marvel either. To be honest, but like I can still like, yeah, I can see where it worked for some people. So like, yeah, who knows? Who cares? Captain America and Winter Soldier shit. It's like just this shit. Why did you make this? It's like I hate. I just don't like Captain America and Winter Soldier. I hate it. It's an insult to everyone. It's an insult to like to Falcon's character. It's an insult to Steve Rogers. It's an insult to that Captain America replacement dude. Like it's an insult to a lot of characters that's already been left for years. It's like so I was like, ow. Who cares at this point? Oh god. I forgot what was the nail in the coffin, but like I canceled my Disney Plus subscription because of something. I forgot why. It's like I'm no longer going. I don't want to be subscribed to this anymore. The Captain America dude is the only thing good of that show. I know, right? But they're like, but they didn't even let him redeem himself. It's like, I was like, oh my god, you know, it's like this dude can be like the evil villain in the end, so he needs some redemption. But like, oh wait, he needs to be in Thunderbolt, so we can't make him like a good guy. So scratch that. Let's not give him redemption arc. Like, anyway. God. I don't know, man. I don't know. That's why I barely watch anything these days. Like, I barely watch like anything big budget because like you know, like having something big like, you know, like a big budget thing will probably just like, hey, this is going to be good and everything, you know. It's a big budget thing. So you get like your hopes up a little bit and like you're just down because of that. That's why these days I just watch like anime that I know like trashy. It's like trashy anime isekai. It's like I know it's trashy isekai, so you know, I'll just watch them. It's like I know from the start that it's going to be trashy. But like and they didn't try to do anything bigger than being a trashy isekai anime. And it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fun. It's like they don't take themselves that seriously, so we don't need to take them that seriously either. And that's good fun, right? Or I can just watch like something like a slice of life that doesn't have anything like that doesn't have like any huge thing going on, like Horimiya or something. It's like, yeah, it's like that's like slice of life anime. It's like we don't care. It's like we don't care about like anything big or anything at stake here. It's just it's like, you know, it's anime. But like all those effort, all those marketing effort to like hype everyone up, give everyone false hope with all the good trailers and shit. You know what? Fuck you. Fuck every single one of you. I don't care anymore. I'm not gonna watch it. But then again, trailers these days will be like, ting! So always start with that. Ting! And then there's narration. And then like, you know, and then the pop music starts, like a pop song that is remixed into like an orchestral like track. That is definitely not part of this original soundtrack. It's just, you know, a stock music that the trailer have, the studio that creates the trailers have. You know, it's just placeholder music because we don't have the original soundtracks. And then they will start like, you know, like probably some lyrics, right? And then it's like, and then slowly like the music started like to just escalate into like louder and louder and louder and louder and louder. And then at some point, like at the end, there will be like all the timpani and like all the percussion, bam, 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 boom. And then just silence, and then just one person saying like a really good line, right? And like at the end, and then there's the title with like the last one. Like that's trailer. that's every single trailer for the past like few years. It's like that's trailer for everything. And you will have like that nice that you know, like always that format and like that the iconic dang 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 dang, like, you know, all the scenes just like quick cuts to like every single scene that they are actually provided by the studios to make in the trailers. Bam 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 bam. And like at the end, Luffy will be like, "I will be the king of pirate." Like what? Like at the end, it's like within like one is like just silence, and then Luffy just Luffy's voice and like Luffy's face, and like Luffy was like, "I will be the king of pirate," and like bam, One Piece. Why? They were like, if it worked, it works. Yeah, it's like if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And don't get me started with the Inception trombone thing. Vroom. God. Hollywood. Am I right? You know, like what I hate about it is like other countries start to just, you know, follow that footsteps. Like, yeah, it makes sense because it worked, because like, but it's like I don't know, it's like you can kind of see the formula at this point. And it's fine, right? It's fine. Following a formula is fine. Like, Hero's Journey is a formula that everyone uses everywhere. And like, it's fine. It's Hero's Journey. It works, you know. Merlin's beard and all. But you still got to make a good story using that formula. You just don't like use a... Everyone like, ah, well. It's Reza Avanluna being frustrated about the state of like modern era. I'm sorry about this, guys. It's always the rant about like the current state. It's like, it's just, yeah, it's nothing new. It's just the usual free talk with Reza Avanluna. I don't know, man. Let's talk about something else. Something that lift everyone's spirit up, right? Like something that's positive, something that's nice. Let's talk about AI. Wow, such a positive part of our life. AI arts. AI music. We're going deep. Such stupidity. Such stupidity. Yeah, that I think that's just something, I don't know, like the development of the tools itself is like it's fine, right? Like, development of tools always happen. Like, that's what always happens through you know, innovation of things that are throughout the history of humankind. It's like someone invented a tool, and then everyone questioned about their ethics, you know, about their ethical use and everything. And then the conversation started, and like society will slowly decide on things, right? That happens to computers, that happens to internet and everything. That happens to VTubers, for example. It's like, oh yeah, this thing exists. Now everyone will start to like to think about like what is being a VTuber, what does being a VTuber means and everything. So yeah, it's like it's part of the process. It's just, you know, I was again browsing through like Boost to look for assets that I can use. And I stumbled upon like really nice drawings and everything. They didn't specify those are AIs, and I spent some money on that. And before I even use it, I thought about it for a bit, and wait the fucking minute, this is AI. Just wasted my money on AI generated stuff. Fuck this shit. Fuck this shit, dude. Well, thankfully I didn't use it. I just hate it. It's like, so yeah. That's life. Duit gratis. But like the concept of like you know, like all these tools are actually good. Like you know, like I learned a little bit of the technology of stable diffusion at some point. I read around and yeah, like, you know, it makes sense when some people like say like, you know, the technology itself is like ethically questionable. So I don't exactly talk about that. I'm not gonna talk about that. But like, you know, like the technology itself is actually it's fascinating, right? Like the way it works and everything. But like I think at some point it's just there's that threshold where AI things is just start to become questionable, right? Because like this is not something new, right? Like deep fakes exist since far before, and everyone is like, yeah, those are deep fakes, and we enjoy this content with deep fakes and everything, and everyone's like, yeah, this is just deep fake. And it makes sense because like everyone can see that that is, you know, fake. The problem with like AI stuff at this point, like AI song, is AI music, AI arts, is that it's getting harder and harder to just see like how, whether or not like they're computer generated or like AI generated like things and everything. It's just, they just look like drawings and all. And it became you know, because before something like this deep fake is just being used for like parody and stuff, like for something fun and everything. But right now, like those tools became something that will replace people in their like line of work and all. So yeah, it already went through, like it already is now, you know, it's past the threshold of like that just being, you know, just something trivial. Now it's like we need to actually question the ethics right now. So yeah, and for me, my stance is like I'm not gonna use them until everyone in the world actually agreed on something. Not gonna lie, I was like, you know, like, because I don't know. I was like, I'm not an artist, and if but in the end, it's like if my artist friends are still complaining about this, then I'm not gonna use it. It's like, it's based like that, right? It's like my artist friends are still complaining about AI arts being used, then I'm not gonna use AI arts. That's just how my head, like my brain works. Like I don't want to think about like all the things now. I'll just ask my artist friends. It's like, is it okay? No, then I'm not gonna use it. It's like because I'm not an artist. Like I don't think I have any rights to say anything about it. Oh God. So yeah. What can I say? Okay, let's not talk about those. Okay, let's talk about something else. That's better. You know, like let's talk about like the positivity in our world. You know, we all I'm sure a lot of us live in Jakarta, so you know, let's talk about something good. Pollution. You know, like no, the world is fucked. I think the world is just fucked. I stand by my ideology that, like, you know, in the end, the world is created to be destroyed at some point. And the process of that world being destroyed is, you know, starts with the existence of humans. So, you know what? Oh boy. Let's talk about the positive stuff in our world. Horimiya is a good thing. So just watch Horimiya, guys. Just watch it. That's it's a good anime to ease your life a little bit. It's like, that's nice. Ah, God. Why was the jokes in this channel is getting darker and darker by the day. Nah, these are just jokes. I think at this point you guys know that I'm half joking. Emphasis on half joking. Yeah, but you know, the classic pipeline, talking about some stuff in our hobby, and ended with the world sucks. Let's talk about something about our hobby again. Let's talk about Baldur's Gate 3. You know what I hate about being a DM? Right? You know what I hate about being a DM? What I hate about it sometimes, especially with players who are new and players who don't exactly participate in like more drama, more dramatic like stuff, is like, for some reason players think that they need to flirt all the time, and they expect the NPC to flirt back. For some reason, right? For some reason, players, especially newbies, when they start playing the RPG, like, most of their social skills are just gone, and what's left is just flirting. It's like, I cannot talk normally anymore, so I'll just flirt. For some reason, that's what happens to everyone's head when they start playing the RPG. And what I hate about Baldur's Gate 3 is just the fact that it encourages that behavior. It doesn't harm anyone, it's just dumb fun. No, actually, it's harming DMs. That's just harming all the DM in the world. Because people who start playing TRPG because of Baldur's Gate 3 will just expect their NPCs to flirt with them. It's like just now, like it's just, that's just now like the game is like saying, oh yeah, right, yeah, you are right, trying to flirt with them, you know, that's how this game works. Like, no, I don't know. it's like, you know, sometimes I just you know, like sometimes I overthink about things usually, like a lot sometimes, and like as a DM, that's the one thing that's hard, because like, okay, so imagine you're DMing a game, right? And then your players are now in front of the king and the queen of a country, right? They didn't kneel, they didn't talk formally, and the first thing that they do is flirt with the princess. What do you think will happen? Like in my mind, it's like, what do you think will happen? Did you really not expect yourself to be arrested right in the middle of the castle? And when the DM actually punished them for doing that, the DM is the bad guy for, like, suddenly. No, that's just you being stupid. Imagine going to, like, the White House, and the first thing you do is flirt with the president. Imagine flirting with the queen. It's like... It's hard. It's hard, man. And yeah, so what I don't like about Baldur's Gate 3 is now just the fact that the game encouraged people to just do that, because like, hell. D&D tapi otome is solid. Here's the thing, people who thinks otome game is like that don't play otome games. Hell, not even otome game. It's like girl. It's like garoge. Even like the visual novels for the dudes, right? Like otome game. Like the visual novels, like the ones that clearly have like romance stories. It doesn't work that way. You don't flirt all the time in the visual novels. You just don't. That's kind of the point of things, because like. Because truthfully, that's not how you start a romance story. That's not how you start a romantic story. It's like most romantic stories that actually good don't start with like flirting. They didn't start. It was like they don't exactly start with that. It's like the flirting and stuff usually start off with like, you know, the two people are actually, you know, start like, you know, like seeing each other a while probably. It's like that. This is usually how anime is. Like, no, not even anime. Like a lot of romance stuff. Take it from someone who reads like a lot of shoujo manga. It's like, yeah, that's why all I'm saying is that I don't want to I don't want to pay that much money for like I don't want to pay $60 just to be horny. It's like everyone being romanceable doesn't mean everyone needs to flirt all the time. That's not what romanceable means. Fucking hell. That's not what romanceable means. It's like, you know, romantics, like romance can start from literally anywhere. Like you can start like a side quest with them, like, you know, like, you can start side quests with them, like actually go through like their personal stories while, and like there's chemistry showing up, and there you go, there will be some romance. That's what romanceable is. It's not about flirting and like, you know, sex scene after chapter 2 or something. Oh god, wait a minute, my mom is calling me for some reason. Anyway, hi people. I'm back. I don't know, man. I guess they're just not my cup of tea. But yeah, there's Baldur's Gate actually. If I remember correctly, in Baldur's Gate 3, there's a bug in this romance progression, so the characters become too eager to do romance stuff. No, like, here's the thing. That's such a weird focus on things, isn't it? Since the start, I just feel like it's such a... It's such a weird thing to focus on. Okay, out of every RPGs, like RPGs are like that, right? People play Honkai Star Rail and they ship themselves with Kafka or Blade. They play Genshin Impact and they ship themselves with Hazen and Tartaglia and everyone, right? Yeah. People play Final Fantasy 14 and they ship themselves with, I don't know, Thancred. Or like, I ship myself with, Y'shtola? Yeah, I do that all the time, but it's never the focus of like, I don't think it should be the focus of the game, right? Like, I don't think it's supposed to be like the focus of like the marketing campaign. Hey, in Baldur's Gate 3 you can have sex with no bear. It's like, that's supposed to be just a feature, not like the main attraction. Lord. Oh God. Western Studios there's different image. I do agree with that. Yeah, that's what I meant, right? Like it's always a problem with like the Western stuff. Like for some reason it's always the focus. You know? Like for some reason every drama, just look at Western drama series and all, right? For some reason, they always need sex scene to establish romantic relationship. For some reason, like it can't just be implied. It can't just be talked about. They actually needed to show the sex scenes. It never makes sense to me. It's like, no, we don't need to see this. It doesn't add to the character, right? It's like it doesn't add to anything. It's just softcore porn at this point. Then who cares? Just watch actual porn. Because like it doesn't add anything at all, right? Like, you know, like at some point, sure, some characters can actually have like, you know, have like a romantic moment and like they get close to each other, probably like they kiss each other and like the deed starts. Like you can just zoom out and like fade to black, or like transition to another scene or something. You don't need to show the whole thing. And like the slightest chemistry between two characters is like, it's different, right? Like fans like to ship characters. I ship characters. I ship my NPCs a lot, right? Everyone ship their characters, but that doesn't mean the writers of that movie need to always make everything canon, right? It's like, you know, and now because of that, like every relationship that has the slightest chemistry, if you give the series long enough, there will be some romantic stuff happening between those characters. It's like Joey and Rachel. Who the fuck needs Joey and Rachel's actual romance storyline? Like who doesn't? It's like some people probably shipped them at first, but like, and then it became like an actual romantic storyline. It's like, that doesn't make any sense. It's Joey and Rachel. You don't have to make everything canon. You don't have to establish every single chemistry into a romantic one or a sexual, you know, tension. That's not how it works. That's not how the real world works. That's not how good narrative works. Welcome, people from Hyuna Tiora's channel. But unfortunately, it's already 2:30, so I'm actually wrapping this up. All I'm saying is that I don't think I will be playing Baldur's Gate 3 unless I have friends to play it with. Because like that way I don't need to deal with the horny NPCs. That's the conclusion of that talk. I was like, yeah, not gonna play Baldur's Gate unless I played with friends. A million euro. Oh my god, 565 people. Oh, you guys are from Millie? You guys were from Millie's channel? Welcome family. And potions. Ah, God. Now it's 700 people. Okay, I will send you guys somewhere. Okay, let's see. Redirect to search videos from other channel. You know what? I'll send you guys to Scarl. I'll send you guys to Scarl. So thank you guys for coming. Have a really nice weekend. Thank you for being here for the past 2 hours. I kind of need to go to work, so I need to end the stream here. So I'll see you guys later. Have a nice weekend. Otsukareja.